Good morning everyone, we are back on the sim today. I've had this idea. I have always, before I bought a car, played it in a game, and I know that a lot of people growing up did the same thing, and I've always wondered how close those games are to reality. So with the Crew Motorfest just launching and the fact that I have a 1999 EVO 6 GSR sitting in the garage, which is the exact car that's in the game. So today I'm going to take my real life EVO 6 GSR out, and then I'm also going to, in the game, take my EVO 6 GSR out, see exactly how they feel in the game versus in real life. We're also going to be doing a 0 to 100 test. That could be a lot of fun because I've never launched my real life car before. We're going to be doing a sound check and basically just an overall feel of the entire car. Alright guys, so right behind me is my 1999 EVO 6 GSR, and in comparison to the game, obviously this is the real life version. There's a few more dings and scratches and everything else on this car right here. However, it is the exact car that's in the game. And there's a few little nicks and scratches around it, and I've done a few little aftermarket modifications and stuff like that to it. However, at the end of the day, it's just a beautiful car and I love it. Definitely one of the most fun cars I've ever had. So we have just jumped into the game and I have bought myself right here a beautiful white 1999 EVO 6 GSR, and it looks pretty good. I've actually never seen another EVO 6 GSR in a game, so we'll see how we go. And looking around the car, it looks pretty true to life, not gonna lie. It's got the EVO 6 wheels, it's got the massive big Brembos up front. It has the vent on this side right here for the oil cooler, whereas on this side it doesn't, which is awesome. Car itself looks great. Let's jump into the interior. Looking around the interior, oh, it's got the blue Recaros. Such a nice interior. Even just the aircon controls down there look exactly the same. It looks so good. All right, so jumping into the game, the car, it actually feels very similar to real life, not gonna lie. If you guys are ever wondering what an Evo feels like, from stock, they're very boaty. Well, not boaty, but like they're very top heavy. They're a tall car. They feel like a biggish sedan. They even have that little whine that you can hear in the game too. That's hilarious. And even just the close ratio gearbox. Just like changing gears so often. It's awesome. Let's go for a bit of a spirited drive, see what it feels like. Guys, so we are driving my EVO 6 right now, and as you guys can see, it sort of does all the same stuff as in game. Obviously this time I am wasting fuel, which sucks. The car, once again, it's dirty, but you guys can see sort of like it's a little bit top heavy, so it sort of feels still like a big sedan in a way, and you know, all that sort of good stuff. Obviously though, my car does have a blocked blower valve, so you get all the cool noises from it. Obviously driving this car in real life is a little bit different. You do get a whole bunch more rattles. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely a lot of fun. This car is just one of my favorite cars ever to drive. It is so wicked, it's so capable. I've actually never taken it on a decent drive. Might sort this out before it flies everywhere. It'll actually be interesting to see if this car is faster in real life versus in the game. Obviously this car here has been tuned and they probably base the stock one in game on real life, but once again the Motorfest is kind of a little bit arcadey, so it'd be interesting. They might put the numbers up, who knows, I'm not quite sure. One thing about this car that I always do, I always worry if I'm scrubbing, but because I put my palms here and all that sort of stuff, that's where the horns are. I really need to get a different steering wheel because the horns piss me off so much. And now we're stuck behind Sarah. That sucks. Obviously I cannot test the car up to 270 kilometers an hour, but it does sound pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, the car in game, actually, it does have those Evo qualities about the exhaust, and I love that. The turbo from factory obviously doesn't sound anything like that. This one in game sounds like a ball bearing turbo, where and also the stock blower valve doesn't sound. But modified examples, of course, will always sound like that. Alright, so I just parked up down beside the beach in game, and we're going to do a few little back-to-back sound tests, revving up the engine from the front, back, see how it sounds compared to real life. So yes, there you go, that's what the EVO sounds like in-game. To be honest, it actually does take a lot of the qualities from what a regular EVO or a real-life EVO does. And it sounds pretty sick, not gonna lie. It's definitely got that like raspy 4-cylinder noise. The turbo, once again, is a little bit fabricated, but if you were to drive a stock EVO in-game, yeah, it would be pretty boring, not gonna lie. So what I reckon we'll do, we'll come up to this little area up here, we'll go for a bit more of a spirited drive. We're gonna go balls to the wall, see how we go, have some fun. I was struggling to get on the hill. Yep, we're definitely hitting this. I definitely thought it was going to be more non-antsy climactic, but... Alright, so we're going to go on a bit of a spirited drive now. And, yeah, I'm going to put these down. Obviously, not go crazy, but enjoy it. These tyres are a lot different to my Michelins. Obviously you don't get that thrill in a game. You get pretty close and you can muck around with your mates and have good fun, but I tell you what, driving this thing in real life is next level. It is a wild car. So I'm gonna do 0 to 100. Let's go do it. So I found a nice little straight road here. Let's go for it. I'll launch it very similar to how I'll launch my actual car. Does it have launch control? There you go. 0 to 100 in the Evo. Feels very stock. I honestly think my real life Evo has it, but I'll double check the numbers. We'll come back. Alright, here we go. 0 to 100. I did bog the launch a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. I feel like that's pretty, as good as I want to get today. And also today, this is only running on low boost. It's making about 18 or so PSI. Roughly, I think the base map for this on, because it's currently 98, 18 PSI, so it's not 25 PSI on E85. It's currently making, I think 220 kilowatt, but I'm not quite sure. Oh man, that's wild. Love this car. Right, so the last thing I reckon we'll do is we'll jump in and we'll actually build my Dream Evo and see it's just what sort of customization we can get. So we've got a few upgrades right here, right now. So we're just gonna add all the upgrades that we can. So it looks like we have a more power. How much did it say? 300, no. So we now have 319 horsepower. Okay, rightio. This ECU is gonna bump us up to 360, which is very similar to what my car has right now. And then also, suspension. There you go. So it's actually now going to be very, very similar to my real life Evo. So it'd be interesting to drive these back to back and see what they sound, see what they feel like. Alright, so first of all, you guys know I'm a massive sucker for yellow cars. If you guys could not tell from my previous cars, I am a massive fan of yellow cars, and I would absolutely love to one day paint my Evo yellow. So that's what we're going with straight up, but yeah, should be sick. Alright, so with the bonnet, what can we actually do to it? So we go with carbon. I think the stock hood looks good. Let's go with that. Front bumper, this is where stuff could get very interesting. Looks like we have headlight ducts out. Oh my god. I think we'll go with a little bit of a Time Attack inspired sort of front bar, but nothing too crazy. I think even just one of them with regular headlights would look sick, but I don't think they have any regular headlights left. How does that look? It's a bit too racy for me. This is good. I like that. I like this even more. That's sick. Alright, let's do that. Beautiful. We now have a nice front bar. So front fenders, I've always wanted to do a little bit of an over fender on the fronts. However, nothing too hectic, and it looks like these are okay, but if you guys can see, one of the biggest things about having a front fender on an Evo is the fact that it matches up now with the rear. However, these are a little bit too hectic. I think I'm just going to stick with stock for now. Just see how we go. Rims, I have pretty much the rims that I want on the car ready to go right now, and that is the Graham lights. So yeah, and you guys all know we do have black wheels on the car, and I do think black wheels are sick. I would like to go white, but for some reason the actual game itself doesn't like me selecting white. It must just be like one of those finishes in game that, you know, they always let you choose just gloss, so white is actually like a silvery sort of color. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna go with the black because black also does look sick, so we're definitely gonna do that. Cannon doors would look sick. I actually really dig the stock mirrors on Evos, so let's send that. Side skirts. Ooh, I don't exactly like the mud flaps as much, but it is pretty cool. These, however, are pretty sick. They do look good. And it kind of match the car and what I have now, minus a few little things. So I think we'll definitely go these. Rear fender, I don't think, oh yeah, so you can do massive over fenders. I like the stock one, I think it looks fine. Definitely can't take the wing off an Evo. It's sacrilege, absolute sacrilege. Rear bumper, see if we can put a little bit of a diffuser on it. Ooh. God damn. That exhaust pipe. Don't know about the twin tips. I kind of want my regular tail lights back, but carbon diffuser. I don't know if I'm going to get that. No, I'm not. I reckon what we'll do is we'll go with that nice little exhaust. That one there. Very, very nice. Last but not least, interior color. You guys all know I love red seats and stuff like that. However, blue comes standard in them. I would say with a yellow car, I would probably choose some red seats in it because they look sick. Ooh, Tommy Mackinnon seats. Beautiful. Interior, can make it out of like a suede-y sort of color, or we can do the regular leather. I think the leather is great. And the interior, beautiful, done. And there you go. That right there is probably my dream Evo, minus a little bit of an aggressive front bar, adding in a little bit of a diffuser, potentially putting some Ganna doors on it, tinting it up a little bit, and a lot of other cool little things like that. So, to be honest, that feels a little bit more like my car, not gonna lie. The suspension, it's still very boaty, but so is my car at the moment, so that's completely fine. Definitely can't drift my car like that. I have massive semi-slicks on it, and there is no way that is happening. Alrighty, let's see how we go on this run. Certainly does feel very similar to my car. Obviously, I get the G-forces and everything else like that, but for me to get that would be like massive sim setup and everything, and it's wouldn't work, so. That all-wheel drive helped me out of that corner then. There you have it, guys, my Dream Evo 6 in-game. It looks brilliant and it feels just exactly the same as my car at the moment, and I absolutely love it. I feel like the power in my car right now is at a perfect level where it's still built for the stock driveline, it feels great, it's reliable. However, everyone wants a little bit more power, but there's so much money to go for it. That's the best thing about being in-game, is the fact that you can build your dream car no matter what you want, no matter the budget, send it, have some fun, and enjoy it. So anyway, and I'll see you all in the next one, where we're actually going to be building my own Evo 6. See you all later.